My crypto is up, my pistols is tucked. By the dip with the set, and then I get low as fuck. Lambos in limbo, I sit low as fuck. I got a Kamala hopping off the G5, and you know a Timbo's is tucked. Had the best verses, have to give Swiss Street and Timbo a cut. Rather wake up in Rome in a Karen's home that look like Sharon Stone before I hand them the stones. Chrome and abandon the throne. Smoking bombs. Chaos magicians with broken wands. Travel through the dark web until my token's gone. Searching for Spock in his Pokemon. Invoking songs. Speaking pig Latin and Hebrew spoken wrong. Off-white Peruvian fox, blue face to watch, lapis lazuli the rocks, baby blue Bermudian locks, triple black Nubian yacht with Narubian dot, brand Nubian knot. Slow down,
die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh 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 well.
Slow down. Then a playlist switched to Andalusian rock. For all of you niggas that saying the black woman god, natural Tahuti your pops. Basic, now it's back to the basics. Made the Sentinel destroy Zion, now it's back to the Matrix. Racist. They said black don't crack, but it's cracks in a facelift. Glaciers, ski racks on a spaceship. Gracious, Tanzanite black opal 100 racks for the bracelets. Selfies inspired, we fed all our healthy desires. Demons and Hellcats, streetcars with wealthy desires. Red summers, oh yeah, we melt in these tires. The LP was fire. NFT top shelf sold to the wealthiest buyer. Copper wires, yeah, the wealthy messiahs. You was wrapped up in the wealthy attire. Speak your dreams, dream chasing niggas, seek your streams.
Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh 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 well.
Old niggas ask me, say young blood, where you get your style from? I told them my style sprung like a cow dung. I chewed on them shrooms like a cow tongue. They said, how come? I replied that the proof is in the outcome. Detroit Red Pillar, yeah, Harlem's very own Malcolm. Go and cop to the album, the Red Summer, Scorpion King, that Christ consciousness. Yeah, you might conquer shit. 300 blickies on some Contra shit. What? That ain't the meanest entry in the cleanest Bentley. Mars and Scorpio, but I let Venus tempt me. Grabbing my dick, they call it Venus envy. Busting off shots. Busting off shots till the scene is empty.
Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop, oh 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 well.
Shout out to all of my Patreons. Shout out to all of my Patreons. Make sure you go over to the Patreon. That song is available to all of the Patreons as of right now. All right. Shout out to the family over there. Just want to also remind you on Thursday, coming up next Thursday, October the 28th, we are going to be doing a very, very, very special workshop with my good brother Slice X, who I'm going to be bringing on the program tonight. We're going to be talking about income streams. This is part of the Stream Chasers event. It's called the Starter Kit. All right. And we're going to be just diving into multiple income streams, dealing with DeFi and whatnot. That's coming up this Thursday at 9 p.m. only on Zoom. The link is in the bio. Make sure y'all make sure y'all get some tickets and spread the word on that, please. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. This is your host, the brother Red Pill. We are in the building. All right. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. What's the name of the album? The name of the album is The Red Summer Season 2. All right. That's coming up that's in the works, right? It's in the pot right now. It's in the oven. The Red Summer Season 2. It's gonna be another album. It's not a bonus or anything. It's a whole album. So, we working and whatnot. I'm talking about. We in the lab. Shout out to everybody that's been giving me feedback on that song right there, Die Hard. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Little Goddess in the building. All right, y'all definitely shout out to Little Goddess. Shout out to my Discord group. All right. In case y'all don't know, I launched a Discord group and it's already popping. We signed up about 200 people after Melanin Monday. They went over there and they signed up to the Discord, and we've been doing some real good things over there. We just been sharing information and whatnot. I'm talking about? It's very personal. On YouTube, it's cool. I can read the chat room, but I can't hear you. There's no audio and whatnot. That takes away from a little bit of the connection that could be made when you're able to hear people speak their mind. You hear their voice and whatnot. That's with apps like Discord and also the app that blew up, Clubhouse. You feel me? It was the simple fact that people were able to bond in a better way when you hear the voice. The voice is golden, especially when you're dealing with sales and when you're dealing with data. Voice is dope. That's why the Amazon devices that have the microphones inside of them, the Google Nest, all of those things, you know what I mean? They're part of what is known as surveillance capitalism, surveillance surplus, and whatnot, because they are able to capture data in the form of voice. Very beneficial. Very beneficial. When you can match the voice to a person, yeah, that part. So let's do the roll call. I see the families in the building. Let's do the roll call, and then we're gonna get into the festivities for the night. Mama Pill is looking real good. Oh yeah, Mama Pill she's doing her thing. Mama Pill is gonna be speaking at the New Life Health Expo in New York City this weekend. As a matter of fact, I believe I'll get the date. It's on my Instagram. I'm gonna share my page so I could give that's an announcement right there. If you're in the New York or the tri-state area, pull up on Mama Pill at the New Life Expo, and and shop with her and build with her, because she's out here making moves. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be on Saturday. Okay. Mama Pill, greenleaf-herbs.com. And then she has the link to the tickets right there to the New Life Expo. You know what I'm talking about? That's the New Life Expo. She's doing big things these days. She's, that's a big stage right there. So yeah, we're gonna support that. All right. Who's in the building? Let's see who's in the building. Let's do this roll call in this thing. I'm talking about Jersey in the building. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Boston. All right. I see you, Boston. Shout out to Denver. What's poppin', Denver? VA, as usual. Michigan up in this thing. What up, though? I'm talking about? North Carolina, as usual. West Palm Beach and whatnot. Cali, Minnesota, Twinnesota, Delaware, right? Flint, Michigan is up in this thing. What's poppin'? St. Louis is here. Milwaukee, East St. Louis, pardon me. Indiana, Northwest Georgia. Houston is up in this thing. Oh, from Jersey, but in Oregon. All right now. Okay now. Tallahassee, New Orleans. You know what I'm talking about? Minnesota, Twinnesota, Philadelphia, Portland, 40th side of Vernon, Fort de France, Martinique. All right, PG County, what's poppin'? Dallas, Milwaukee, or they call Kilwaukee, Carthage, Tunisia. Rome, Cashville, Tennessee, Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki. All right. Thanks for the knowledge on Mama Sophia. Oh, you got that. We good. We good. Don't get nervous. No worries. We good. You know what I'm talking about? We good. Ray, you up that Colin Powell?
To this day! To this day!
Ask me if I was on that cola.
Oh, what the hell is this? A dude. It's just something with the camera, y'all. Just give me 1 minute. Something with the camera signal. Like it's acting like it don't want to read the camera. But we good. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We should be gooch. Up in this hooch. There we go. We back. Let's see. We back with the camera. Are we back with the camera? We're going to read the camera. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Give me 1 minute. This is the perfect time for my Discord commercial. I'm gonna put together a flyer for the Discord group. But this is a perfect reason that I'm like, yo, go to Discord, because that right there is a way for us to really link up off of these compromised situations that we see ourselves in. You know, let me see if I can find a link for the Discord. I know the little goddess is posting it, but I'm gonna try to pull it up. I know it's in the description. If you go into the description, let's see. Keep in mind, we're still on the tail end of what they call the retrograde. We're still on the tail end of it. So, we still working out the kinks of that shit and whatnot, but we good now. We back in the building. You know what I'm talking about? We back in the building. Alec Baldwin caught a body on set today. Was that Alec Baldwin? I heard it was like something with an accidental discharge or something. Is that what it was? And Alec Baldwin is involved. If anybody knows the information, please update me on that. Let me know what's going on. This is the link to the Discord. It's in the chat room. Feel free to go and sign up, be a part of the Discord community. I've been on it for a few days already with the Know the Ledger family, and it's been more personal and more, close knit than most of these shows that we've been doing on here. Because, like I said, you're able to interact with people a lot better than we're able to do it in a way that the way that this framework is put together and whatnot. This is more like y'all are receiving information from me, and this is this is kind of unbalanced. In the Discord group, it's like, yo, we get to chop it up. We got rooms and whatnot. You could put together, I have the server, but you could put together different rooms on different topics and get to it, get right to it, drop information, share files, share your screen. There's a voice and there's a video option and whatnot. You could do one-on-one consultations. You could do one-on-one videos and whatnot, or you could do it as groups. So in the spirit of building community, and like I said, in the spirit of going into the metaverse, because that's definitely a destination that we are targeting for 2022. We will immerse ourselves into the metaverse. We will immerse ourselves more so into the quote unquote digital world than we are immersed in at the moment. You know what I mean? We've been doing a lot of onboarding and other things when it comes to this digital world and digital economy, but I'm going balls deep in 2022. Please believe me. I'm going balls deep. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot my company into something that's going to be a lot more automated, more digital, and more digital nomadic and whatnot. And that's what this lecture coming up next Thursday, this / workshop, is going to be about. It's going to be about the tools, the up-to-date tools that you can utilize to become what you may have heard of in the form of a digital nomad. And what that means is somebody who may be able to move around, and go on, you could go on your hero's journey. You could go on a life path. You could go on you could go on a spirit quest. You could go and search for purpose, or you could travel, or you could stay still, right? But you'll be able to make money moving around, and you're not relegated to being in one area or being inside of a brick and mortar or being inside of somebody else's quote unquote cubicle. Digital nomad. Okay, so 2 people were shot after a prop firearm was discharged during filming. Baldwin fired the prop gun, striking the film's director. Wow. Joel Souza and director of photography, Hilna Hutchins, the sheriff office said in a follow-up interview. Whew. Detectives are still determining how and what type of projectile was discharged. Oh, my boy caught a body, huh? He was brought in an ambulance and is receiving emergency care. The film halted production following the accident, a producer said. Production has been halted for the time being. The safety of our crew and cast remains our top priority. It's my on-set ritual. Hell to the yeah. Shit. Then they cooked Bruce Lee's son like that. Right? They cooked him on set. They bodied him. Yeah, that KTL Discord is fire. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what you heard. I don't know what y'all waiting for, but yeah, pull up. That KTL Discord is fire. We building that up right there. Yeah, I'm gonna drop off a treat when we reach 500. We're already at 2 and change. When we hit 500, I got something for the whole Discord that I'm gonna drop for everybody in there. A little treat. Could we add the altcoin gem section in the Discord? Yeah, hit me on the email. Let's talk about that. A cinematographer working on a film Rust is dead, and the director is hospitalized after accident during filming involving the star Alec Baldwin and a misfiring prop gun. Oh, they back at it, I guess. Hollywood is back at it. The Western, starring Baldwin and Jensen Ackles of Supernatural, began filming this month at Bonanza Creek Movie Ranch, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Deputies with the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office responded to the film set around 2 p.m. local time after the 9/11 caller reported a shooting on set. This is what we're gonna do tonight too. In the spirit of what we're doing on the Discord, because it's so lit when we're able to just build and talk and whatnot, and it's an open line. What I want to do tonight, because I haven't done it in about a month, is I'm gonna do an open line. How y'all feel about the open line? Let me change the title. Let me edit this show. Put open line so the family that's on the YouTube will see that they have the opportunity to pull up. It's an open line and it's a Q&A, right? That we're gonna be doing tonight on Third Eye Thursday. And I'm also, like I said, I got my brother Slice pulling up, so he got some information that he wants to share with y'all about this thing that we got coming up on Thursday. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Ladies, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to get your shit together because you know that's important to y'all. I'm not judging, I'm just smudging. We're on the heels of an Aries moon. It might get spicy and whatnot because that's what it, that's what the environment is dictating. I'm just saying, cosmologically speaking and whatnot, we're on the Aries moon. I want to open this up by saying rising power to a brother out of Brooklyn, Brooknarm, by the name of Kruger. All right, his people call him Cairo, and he lost his life yesterday. I'm talking about the details. I don't know all of the details. You know what I mean? I just know that he's not here, that he ascended and whatnot. And just coming up all throughout the years when I was out in Bed-Stuy in the streets and when I was outside and whatnot, he was a central figure in a lot of things. So, just rising power to his spirit and whatnot and to his legacy. You feel me? Somebody said, who died on set? The cinematographer for a movie. Cinematographer for a movie. We could get into the upcoming platform that I'm rolling out, which is going to be entitled Conscious Connections or Kundalini Rising. We're going to have a final vote off very soon. But, Conscious Connections or Kundalini Rising, we're about to move forward with that. Tentatively, I want to do that in Scorpio season, which is right around the corner. And what that's going to be doing is going to answer the void in this community that I see when it comes to affairs of the hearts, relationships. Disclaimer: I'm no relationship expert. I'm not out here running around like I'm a guru and whatnot of relationships. That's not going to be the stance that I take. I'm not a former pimp or anything. I'm not a relationship coach. I wasn't married for 30 years on. None of that. You feel me? But I'm going to be a host of a conversation that I definitely think that we're ready to have as a community and as some grown-ups and adults, and especially people who want to act like they're adults, and those who are adults but might not even have the quote unquote time or the opportunity to speak like adults. Think about it. When do we have time to speak like adults? Right? When do we have time to really let it, just let our hair down and speak as adults? Please let me know, because in the corporate structure, you follow what is known as corporate, quote unquote, the corporate culture, right? You follow corporate mandates, right? When you're inside of corporate America, you have to follow what is known as corporate policies and whatnot. So you just can't just walk around talking like adults. You have to be very politically correct. When you're in school, let's say that you're in college and whatnot, you know, I don't, I mean, I'm sure that there's all of these unions and groups and whatnot. And yeah, I get to kick it and whatnot, but I don't know about that. When is the opportunity to really chop it up available to us as a collective? I would love to know. You know what I mean? So I just want to have a conversation. I want to also introduce brothers and sisters in our community and outside our community. It's not about everything inside the community, because I'm not a fool and whatnot. Everybody that's in this community is connected to some shit outside of this community. I'm not a jealous God. I'm not one of those people who are a zealot and whatnot. I'm not one of those. I'm not a weirdo. You feel me? I exist inside of this network slash community, but I allow everybody to participate in whatever fucking lives they are living prior to finding out about this shit. And when forget about this and move on and do some other shit, wherever your feet takes you, you know. But we don't need to, but it would be beneficial for us to hear from people who might not be a part of this community. When it comes to shit like sex, when it comes to shit like, pleasing a woman, when it comes to certain type of kinky things that women are into and men are into, there are people out there who are exploring these kind of things. I'm going to introduce the audience slash network to some of these people, you know. Um, I'm going to introduce y'all to some of the women who y'all might have looked at on Instagram or in the social media world, but you don't know how this sister thinks, because nobody never really sat down and had a eye to eye, heart to heart conversation with said person. I'm gonna open that up, because I know how important that is to brothers such as myself. Like, I want to know what's on a person's mind. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what kind of God they're into. I want to know what they want, what they see in a man. This is how you learn. This is how you learn. And we're all in the process of learning right now. If everything is correct. It's about, man, know thyself. It's about knowing your higher self. It's about knowing your lower self. It's about knowing your chart. It's about knowing what you do like. And it's definitely about knowing what you don't like. It's about knowing what you don't like so you can measure what the hell you do like. How could you appreciate what you do like if you're not able to identify what you don't like? How are you able to appreciate the person that you become if you don't have a measuring stick or a way to, measure who you were? You don't have a measurement. You know what I mean? You don't have anything to compare the new you to. You know what I'm talking about? You don't have anything to compare the new you to. So how could you be so proud of the new you, but you don't have nothing to compare it against? Who did you become? And who were you? You know what I'm talking about? So for people to always, they'll pick out the lowest hanging fruits when it comes to the collective of brothers and sisters who call themselves conscious, the ones who have been teaching, especially the urban centered teachers that, AKA niggas from the hood or the trenches and whatnot, AKA most of the new class of teachers that are out here are from the streets. Some of them happen to have records, right? But at the end of the day, and I've always said it, you know what I mean? it's of no coincidence that people who go through something like incarceration, or people who go through something like near-death experiences, or people who go through something like getting shot, stabbed, or some type of bodily harm done to yourself, people who go through something like almost losing your freedom, people who go through something like flirting with death, tongue kissing death. I'm talking about tongue wrestling with death. These people tend to evolve. These people tend to change and have a butterfly effect. These people tend to, quote unquote, do a 360 or 180. These people tend to take it places that motherfuckers who don't have the heart to do shit like that don't take it. You know what I mean? And these people tend to find purpose. And these people tend to give back to the community, or to humanity, or to the people who they quote unquote love, based off of some of the things that they did when they were quote unquote chasing either that dragon, or chasing dreams, street dreams and whatnot, or chasing their motherfucking tail. So they have an obligation to give back to their community. So you'll see certain OGs and whatnot come home, right? Like the brother who I mentioned earlier, Kruger. I remember seeing him on social media. It was about 2 years ago. He came back home. I don't know. He probably did a little skid bit or something, but he opened up a juice bar, and I would see. And this is somebody from the hood, like who's really been outside. He's from Brownsville. He's been outside for longer than I've been outside, and he's solid and whatnot. But to see him doing the juice bar thing and getting into that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because people misconstrue when you're out here doing juice bar type of things that you're some kind of softy or something, or or you completely forget who you are as a lion in the quote unquote Serengeti and whatnot. No, you just a lion that has a juice bar that juices and whatnot. You still a lion. You know what I'm talking about? So people they'll take shit like that, and they'll assume that you're becoming passive. You know what I'm talking about? They'll assume that you're becoming passive because you don't wake up and choose violence every morning like you used to when you were in your wilder days and whatnot. So to see the progression and to see the growth and to see the evolution in the brother, I'm learning to appreciate him more. But if there was no quote unquote side of him that I could quote unquote measure, how could I appreciate the brother just popping out and having a juice bar? By him even pushing the juice bar, that was very, instrumental and monumental for hood niggas, for them who are looking up to quote unquote people in the hood who are legends and whatnot, who they look up to. They see moves like that and they're like, yo, what's that about? I mean, shoot, that might be something, that I might, or you got people in the hood who be playing dumb and they really smart niggas and whatnot. And sometimes they need to see the big homies, or they need to see, the big dogs doing things that make being smart cool. And then they'll snap out of they'll snap it back into their bag and whatnot and stop playing dumb around dumb niggas to make dumb niggas comfortable. There's a plague of that. Smart niggas in the hood who are playing dumb just so they can hang around a bunch of dumb niggas and do dumb shit, because ignorance is bliss. So even if you know some shit, you still find it's beneficial to you to be around in rooms where you're the sharpest tool in the motherfucking box and everybody around you is dumb as rocks and whatnot. They're knuckle draggers. They're not on your level mentally and whatnot. That way you can manipulate them. You seem to be like you were smart. You know what I mean? You seem to be like you deep and whatnot, because you with the apes and whatnot. You with the hood. These niggas don't know nothing. You doing that? You out here trying to impress the savages and whatnot, which you trying to be a sophisticated savage. You feel me? You trying to be a sophisticated savage. There's perks to that, but that's how certain people move. You feel me? They're intimidated in rooms where there's Ginsus and there's sharp swords, similar to what you see in the Wu-Tang series and whatnot. If any member of the Wu-Tang was, you know, wasn't built like that, they couldn't be in those studio recording sessions with all of the brothers around them with those sharp swords, because they would go home and cry every night. You know what I mean? They would do everything in their power to sabotage the growth and the prosperity of the group and whatnot. They would do everything in their powers to sabotage the shining of the individuals around them, because they would have been the only one that wanted to shine. So just the fact that they were able to do what they did and whatnot, because I'm sure, you know, there was a lot of king's disease in that whole scenario. I'm sure that there was infighting and people didn't get along. That's mandatory. The fact that they overcame that shit is the key. It's not about what happens, it's what you overcome. The fact that they overcame it and was able to put out a motherfucking album, multiple classics and whatnot, that's the key. That's the key. Niggas be thinking everything's supposed to be a lifetime story and whatnot, or a fucking soap opera. And it's not, that's not, they lied to you. It's not how shit works. Okay? That is not how shit works. They completely lied to you. All right? So yeah, we're gonna do this open line. We're gonna bring some of the family in. You know, y'all know that we can't talk that. Don't come on here and talking about you know what, because this is not the place to talk about it. When we on Discord, we share information, we have conversations, and we speak freely because it's encrypted and whatnot. It's a little more secure than shit like this. It was this public platform. On this public platform, you know, we are heavily surveilled, and we are censored over here. So let's just keep that in mind. Okay? Let's just keep that in mind. So before I open up the lines, I'm gonna bring my brother Slice on. I'm gonna let Slice pull up because I don't want too much traffic. And my brother is like caught up in all of the people that are here and whatnot. So I'm gonna bring Slice on. We're gonna talk about next Thursday. And you know, we're gonna drop some information. Like, you know, that Bitcoin hit that all-time high. You know I'm talking about? That BTC hit the all-time high. And what Ethereum is up to 4 bands, 45. So yeah, for all of y'all, if you know, if y'all been tapping into that DeFi banking and whatnot, the yield farming, flipping your shit, taking, yeah, y'all are winning right now. You know what I mean? If you paid attention and you made moves, you know, you got smiles in your face. If you haven't done anything and you still sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting and anticipating lollygagging, stagnation and whatnot, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even know what to tell you. You know what I mean? You know what to tell you. You know what to tell you. I don't need to tell you shit. You know what to tell you. You know what I'm talking about? You know what to tell you. You know? You don't need me to you don't need me to be the fake. We don't run on gasoline no more, my nigga. We in the motherfucking Elon era. We don't run off of gas. I'm not here to gas you niggas up. This is all electric. You got to be electrified off the gate. You know what I mean? Electrical bodies. You know, we're in the age of Elon, so I'm not here to gas you up. Are we going to phase out of YouTube soon in your own platform? Well, like I said, and I've done a few reports, and I've already sounded the death knell for social media. Not me particularly. I can't kill social media, but I've given I've given the sources, I've given out the articles and the sources and the research that point to the decline of social media. They have the data, I have the numbers, aka I got the receipts, my niggas, to show the decline of social media in favor of what? Social networks. What are social networks? I'm glad you asked. Social networks are networks that the individuals or the groups are in control of, and these social networks allow you now to gather data. These social networks allow you to utilize membership and sponsorship and subscription models. The quote unquote social networks allow you to participate in a higher level of communication. It's not afforded to you in social media when the algorithm is controlling the conversation and shit like that. Okay. And shit like that. So, actually, in all actualities, these $1 trillion platforms that we helped to make $1 trillion platforms and received 000, they was giving niggas shit coins. They were hitting niggas because if you, they was hitting niggas with the version of what you buy with Shibu and whatnot. 0.000000000000001. That's how YouTube paying niggas. You know what I'm talking about? 0.00000. It might as well have been a motherfucking altcoin. You know? It might have been an altcoin. Facebook is focusing on the metaverse. You damn right they are. And I've been telling y'all since we said the evolution will be digitized. We've been saying on this platform that you know, that when Facebook makes that turn, when Facebook makes that move and they go what is known as mainstream, because they're going with the effect of Facebook adapting the metaverse is it the fact that they have how many? Do they have? I don't want to get the number wrong. In the billions. Little goddess, can you look up how many users, active users, Facebook has in totality? I'm talking about WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. So what we're seeing is when Mark Zuckerberg pushes the button for Facebook to go full metaverse, he is now onboarding 8 billion people, right? The exposure that he has to his user base is not the exposure that any of the other metaverse platforms have ever had collectively. They don't got that. So the hugeness in that news or the potential, right? We're talking about prediction markets, we're talking about futures, aka we're talking about potential. The potential that it holds, right, is unlimited. I would highly suggest you take full advantage of that. And I would highly suggest that it's starting this weekend. If you have not started, you immerse yourself in some type of information about the metaverse and begin to pivot, right? What does pivot mean? Pivot means if you was going to the left, start going to the right. You feel me? We started having this conversation right here. The evolution will be digitized workshops, dApps and DAOs, non-fungible tokens, the blockchains, decentralization. Then we started talking about the metaverse, right? And we've given the information out over this year, right? There goes the one about the metaverse. The evolution will be digitized in the Houston, the pop-up that we did. And then we got the bundle right there where we got the whole package about the metaverse, the NFTs, the DAOs. You know, I'm talking about all of this is together. So if you want to tap in, if you want to learn, the best place that I'm going to point you to is the work that we've already done. I'm not going to waste your time in sending you on no type of, no type of missions and whatnot. I'm going to send you right there to what we did so you can have an understanding of it. But like I said, I highly suggest you begin to invest your time and your fiat. That's important. This is an investment. This ain't a gamble. This is an investment. And if you know anybody that's been fucking with the crypto just in January, you didn't have to tap in 2020. If you got in January, multiple investments that people have been making have already not even quadrupled, 20x it, 10x, it went parabolic. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring my brother Slice in, I'm talking about, so we could chop it up and talk about what we got coming up next week. All right.
What's up, brother?
What's good, my brother?
What's happening? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we good.
I'm sitting back enjoying the show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was just chopping it up with a bro about with Facebook and whatnot. Facebook is the largest social media. They're at 2.85 billion, right? 2.85. Cool. And YouTube is 2.3 billion. You dig? So,
and TikTok just matched Instagram. They actually just surpassed Instagram as far as
users?
Yeah, as far as users go, yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like at first it was like they was kind of tired, but TikTok actually got more users right now.
What's the number on that?
I don't even want to make no numbers up. I had to go back. I'll pull it up, but they was tired. Now it's TikTok taking off. So
wow,
that's interesting because like it's a large majority of us that never even used TikTok. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? I just made a TikTok page a few days ago. So that's a whole nother untapped market right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, it's different rules on each one. So either one you use, you're gonna run into certain roadblocks. But they,
Yeah, remember when we had Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Right? Then we had Nintendo,
GameCube, all this shit.
GameCube. They had Super Turbo X, I think. What was so like different game systems had different personalities. They had different perks, different specs. They were able to do different. They had different lanes that they occupied. To me, it's the same thing. We live in a world of abundance. We live in a world of variety. We live in a world where, we don't live in a quote unquote monolithous world. So I love variety.
Yeah.
I anticipate variety.
Yeah. It's like with the wallets,
Right.
People be like, oh, I use Trust Wallet. Well, no, I use MetaMask. Me, I use both of them. I use them all. You know what I'm saying?
Like that. I use them all.
Shit.
I get something out of all of that. Yeah, TurboGrafx 16. The TurboGrafx, we had multiple systems. TurboGrafx had some ill graphics at one point. Then I don't know what happened. Feel me? So tell them about the advantages of what the Facebook metaverse is going to bring to NFTs, to metaverse being a household name,
right?
Metaverse integrating with social media. Like what is it gonna look like with virtual social media, and how do you think it will attribute to increasing the income streams of both businesses, brands, creators, and salespeople?
So I say, for one, anybody that's seen Ready Player One, we already right there, but it's gonna, as far as the mass adoption level, it's gonna be there to where it ain't. Right. We ain't even gotta keep saying y'all seen Ready Player One. It's gonna be like, yo, life. It's just gonna be that simple. It's gonna be the normal after a while.
Right.
Two, you know what I'm saying, mass adoption wise, with Facebook really transferring into, or transforming into a metaverse company, and they also changing their name. It just came out that they'll be changing the name of the platform. I guess for the rebranding of it being a metaverse, and I guess as their way of saying, yo, Facebook, we're gonna take all that data, move it over to a new platform, like, dress it up.
They phasing that out. They're like, yo, the era of social media is officially gonna be phased out when they change the name.
Yep.
That's what the name change signifies. Like when Jay-Z killed, when they killed Jay-Z, Sean Carter killed Jay-Z.
Nah, for real. Cause when you think about it, Facebook one of them things to where it's like, it's already a household name, and it's always gonna have his name. It'll always be there. But when they change the name, a lot of the ideas associated with Facebook are going, it's like anything else. The little 3-day rule Drake talk about. After 72 hours, people forget shit, no matter how dumb it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be one of the things where we're gonna remember Facebook, but we're not even gonna too much think about Facebook, because this gonna outweigh the good and the bad. It's gonna be like, damn, yeah, we know Mark Zuckerberg was doing this and this and this with my data, but I want to get on that platform, so I'm willing to give you whatever you want. You need a blood sample, I give you that shit to get on there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be to that point, and people are gonna willingly do it. So it's gonna make people make a decision. I feel like if you don't understand decentralization, then of course you're gonna go that route. But if you understand the difference between the two, then you might still have a account over there just to capture the people that's over there in that world that's participating in that metaverse. But ultimately, everything is gonna break off into niche-based groups from what I see, and like how we building over in Discord, how people building in Telegram, and a few of these other places where encryption is key. Then you're gonna see people make their decision, and if a lot of people still do go over to that platform, I think they're gonna be a lot more educated on how to deal with it. But like I said, for the people that don't, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be honest. It's like anything else right now. Even like this year, the time that we in, if you ain't take this time out this year and last year to be researching, repositioning yourself, then these next few years you kind of gonna be, they're gonna have you by the balls. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, they're gonna have you by the balls if you're not gonna push forward to do for self. If you ain't ready to do for self, or if you're not ready to be able to actually move around this new economy, because not to say the old ways is going out the window, it's just, it's a reset, and this shit is changing infrastructure wise, and we get pushed out of markets by pricing and by timing and things of that sort. So if it's people that's getting into they got into real estate way before us as a whole as families, then they way more position and way more advantage, because those are the people that we have to buy the land from, or those are the people that are in a position to make the rules, or they in bed with the people that's making the rules. So it's the same thing applies to the technology and how the technology grows. If you're not growing with the technology, then the technology is going it's gonna grow on you. You're gonna have to catch up to the technology instead of the technology being a tool that you allow your mind to control. You'll be pretty much controlled by the circumstances of the technology.
The sister asks, is the metaverse more invasive spiritually due to the closer, deeper connection? That's a great question.
That's an awesome question.
That is a great question.
I'm gonna let you take that one, Red, because that's a 2-part answer. It's like I can see it from both perspectives.
I would say, thinking about it, and I would mostly say, because based off of my interactions with like virtual, I remember going into the sleep state with that shit on my mind.
Yeah.
Like I remember immersing myself in that world, taking off the headset, going to lay down, and going right into dream state, into what I was just into in the virtual. Like it was nothing.
I was getting that feeling when we was on Clubhouse. So I can only imagine when this shit is normal and we really just participating in the metaverse through VR.
Right. And if you had some good VR, I'm making this shit seem like it's coke. If you had some good VR, if you had a great virtual reality experience, like it could be spiritual, bro. Like I could easily see how that could be invasive on a spiritual level, because it could almost feel euphoric, and you really could forget that you're in what they call the real world, or whatever they call the real world. And I think moving into the future, the conversation about this world being a simulation after people are onboarded into virtual reality, that conversation is going to get louder. That conversation is going to be more of a, we could really prove it now. That's not going anywhere about this shit being a reality, because when you tap into the virtual and see that you could easily get tricked from what you thought the world that you was in completely to get put in a new environment. You're going to be stimulated. It's gonna go right to stimuli. It's going to affect your stimuli. It's going to speak to your senses, and you'll completely be fooled that you're not where you think that you are. If it's that easy to do it with the Oculus Rift, why don't you think that you're in a quote unquote in a loop? How could you prove that you're not?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, man, I remember one time, bro. I'm at my partner house, man, and he had the PlayStation VR, which is a little different from Oculus, but because it's just for the games on PlayStation. That. And man, I was playing Resident Evil on that shit, bro. And when I tell you, bro,
man,
I like to throw the damn VR goggles across the room and fuck this shit up, bro.
Resident Evil is real.
It was so normal, right? I'm in there. I'm like, okay, I'm expecting shit to pop out. It's like a haunted house. You expecting the unexpected,
right?
Until it was one part where like dude was in front of me, and everything was normal. It was kind of dark though, so I'm like, all right, I'm waiting on what's gonna pop out. He turned around. I see him. We look eye to eye. He turned back around. And then it's some shit where I guess I tapped him on the shoulder. And as soon as he turned around, it's like somebody ate his face off. And he just fell in front of me. Right. And then they make it look like I guess they move your eye, it's like your head moving down, but you ain't moving. So now you just looking at the body sitting on the floor. And I just like, I'm just gonna take this shit off. This shit too
right.
You know what I'm saying? So with VR, you could look at it like a new set of eyeballs. So when you put that shit on, nothing around you really exists at that point. You know what I'm saying? If they was to put a smell in the air associated with whatever you seeing, it's gonna bring you even closer to that because it's playing on your senses. But just by you seeing something and then you can't see nothing else around it, you forget that you have the goggles on, and it immerses you in that moment. So you really feel like you're right there no matter what you're doing. Like I just seen an app on there called Trip on the Oculus Play Store or whatever, the marketplace, and the Trip app basically reenacts a trip like a mushroom trip or acid trip or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's the shit really are seeing, it's like you really on shrooms, but like you just ate a motherfucking 7 of shrooms all at one time type shit. Like it's your first time taking them. It's just intense. You know what I'm saying? But it's all visual. Right. So it'll give you the feeling like you feeling all these different feelings without actually having to take anything, just off of what you're seeing out your eyes. And then of course you got to factor in the audio. The audio also, you'll hear footsteps, all these different things are, playing on your senses, and your senses is what, that's your reality, so to say, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. That's what influences your reality. So if you ever been to a 4D movie where you feeling the water hitting you, and you can feel the wind pass when you're walking through certain stuff, and then they put fog out through the movie theater. Like if you ever been to one of those movies, then the VR is inducing that same type of experience. And then when Red introduced me to the haptic vest and things of that sort. So when we're talking about experience, vibration, if you feeling the vibration from any type of engagement or interaction, even when you touching the screen and you feel it vibrate back at you, that gives you a certain feeling. So when you're typing and you're feeling those vibrations on the phone,
right,
it's giving you a feeling. You want a reaction, and you're naturally trained to react to that. You know what I mean? So by understanding these things from the consumer side and the creator side, it gives you a different experience going into it. Because I know even for me, developing 3D is like you was just saying, it's not far-fetched to believe that this reality could be many different, all the different concepts that we done heard, it could be all that shit. Just off the strength of, with me developing 3D, I'm looking at it, it kind of gives you like, okay, a God perspective. Like you looking at it from God perspective, like, okay, I can move this here, I can make this do this, I can make this do this. Look at Grand Theft Auto. If you look at how they create Grand Theft Auto, those are algorithms, and you can set an algorithm to where, you can set a million different scenarios where the traffic is happening a bunch of different ways. That's why when you walk through Grand Theft Auto, nothing is ever the same, because that's artificial intelligence. That's actually code. They coded in there to make a bunch of different random experiences to simulate it. And it's not based off of anything, so it's just gonna randomly do simulations each time. You might see that same dude that you seen across town in the game. Now you're gonna see him in this part, and he's hopping out this car that you only seen one time, and you played the game 4 million times. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And they got this shit down to a science because of the code. It all comes back to code at the end of the day, which comes back to numbers at the end of the day. All this shit is numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The sister said, is there any correlation between the metaverse and Squid Games? I want to take this question and paint a picture, right?
I can't hear
Excellent
nothing.
question.
I think my sound going up.
Right. Excellent question. And this is a great way to show you the power of the metaverse.
Can you hear me? I can't hear nothing.
Huh? You can't hear me?
I might have to come out and come back in. I can't hear nothing.
All right, come back in.
I'm about to refresh. I'm gonna be right back, bro.
All right. So in the future, imagine being able to participate inside of the Squid Games, or being able to participate inside of the Hunger Games in the future by just putting on a pair of headsets. Imagine being able to be immersed in the suspense, the thrill, and the danger of Squid Game just by putting on goggles, right? So the fact that Squid Game went brazy the way that it did and broke records, and it's the most streamed content on Netflix history, it only goes to show you that a market for that is going to open up in the future, where escape rooms and games like that, Hunger Games, like hunting games, purging and stuff like that. If you were a developer, if you were a coder, you would go and make $1 billion. You would take that raw data that we just shared and you would twerk that shit, because that's you could spin that into a yarn of gold, right? You understand the psychology. Remember Zuckerberg, right? Neurological masters, right? They study the human mind. This was their majors in school, right? The majority of all of them study human behavior and neurology. They study the human brain. So they're about human behavior. They're about figuring out the code of human behavior, cracking the code of human behavior to not only get filthy rich, right? But they're going beyond that with singularity and whatnot. They're not just cracking the code of human behavior. They want to crack the genome. They want to crack the code of human aging. They want to crack the code of human, quote unquote, mortality and whatnot. They want to crack the code of the genome they want to gene splice. They want to crack the code of the Higgs boson of the God particle. Are you serious? That's what they're out here. They're hacking everything right now.
You saw Bandersnatch?
Everything's getting hacked.
Have you seen Bandersnatch?
Everything is getting hacked. So the new video games will be immersive, augmented reality games like a Pokemon Go that I shared the other day was originally built by Google, right? And on top of Pokemon Go wasn't even the original game. They had a game on top of Pokemon Go that was basically sending people into establishments, and those establishments were paying Google or the company that was fronting for Google, right? They were paying them for advertising. So a new form of advertising is called foot drops. If you could drop your foot in my store, they will pay whatever these quote unquote platforms handsomely. So we're going into the era of spatial, we're going into the era of virtual, and we're going into the era of augmented. I only say all of this to say, not to spook nobody out, but to say, yo, take this information and build on top of it. Build on top. Don't use it to be, nobody wants to hear I'm gonna kill them with the information, and no, that don't work. You give energy to anything that you pay attention to. First of all, it benefits you nothing to break down this stuff and break it down and tell you about Zuckerberg's evil plans if you don't circumvent that or you don't counter it with your plans. He's building out a metaverse. Cool. What language are they going to use to code it? How can I get some of my product in that metaverse? How can I get into the Matrix like Neo went back into the Matrix, aka the machine? How can I slip something into the Matrix? Because that's the only way that I'm gonna break that shit is gonna be from within. You might as well get your foot in the door before they close the moat and whatnot and seal up the castle. Where's the spooks that are willing to sit by the door while we are on the outside doing what we do and whatnot? Because there's going to be natural opposition, but you also need people on the inside that's going to give you the skinny and not wait for the whistleblowers. They roll out one or two whistleblowers every decade and whatnot. We need more people. So that's that was
that You seen Bandersnatch on Netflix?
Yep, on Netflix. So that was a dope experiment.
Now, did you see the end of it when they was breaking down I guess the book and how they came up with it and all that stuff?
Yep.
So that go back to what you were saying. With people, a lot of people don't really talk about this, but the people behind these games, these social networks, these companies that fund those companies and partner with those companies, these are what's the word I'm looking for? These are people that understand psychology, understand human behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They really study us. That's the whole point of the data. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's deeper than, I'm gonna advertise to you in the near future, or I'm watching you. Nah, it's knowing preference. It's like if you a motherfucker who is a shoe fanatic, I can go based off your data and know around Christmas time, you'll damn near risk it all to get these pair of shoes if I advertise it to you a few weeks before it, or if I advertise it to you around Christmas time. You're gonna break all the rules, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I'm reading the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Google issues a lighthearted prank on many users. They're not Google Maps. Hey, real shit. That's some shit people don't really talk about with Google be playing jokes on folks sometimes, bro. They really be having fun with this shit. Like,
of course,
I can't think of the name of the game. I remember I seen my homie used to play this game where I guess it's like he controlled the city, and you know, you controlling the import, the export, what's built on it, the whole shit, and he'll literally do shit like, okay, watch this. Because what it does is it moves in a time lapse. So you might see it, you might literally be seeing it days at a time sped up. So he might do some shit like, yo, I'm about to add this liquor store and over here and then add this gun store across the street and watch how many people die in the next type shit. And you know, these are the type of games that people play in real life. Like, they model the games after what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? No matter what level it's on. So
hell yeah.
so this shit, like, you know, this shit be a lot deeper than games. Because even when I started studying, you know, developing video games, it make you really study human behavior, and it make you study yourself, and you start realizing this shit is always deeper than building a game. You building an experience for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So this metaverse shit is our chance to create new experiences, whether it's for e-commerce, whether it's for education, whether it's to bring family together. In so many ways the metaverse can be used. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about your digital real estate in the metaverse and how it benefits you and how you use it to your benefit?
Yeah, so we basically started grabbing up plots of land in the metaverse, different virtual pieces of land. Now, it started off, people was bidding on the land, you know what I'm saying, which was cool, but we wasn't trying to sell it no time soon, especially if the bids, you know, wasn't at a certain number. But then we started utilizing the space to throw events. We started utilizing the NFTs on the wall as payment processors. So people literally could come in, click on this NFT, and then this is how we process a payment to make an exchange happen. On top of that, we allowed this to be, we basically built out a virtual academy that our students could come to and learn any time of day, even when we're not there. So if the Discord wasn't enough for them, then inside that building, it's open source information that we pull from you. We pull from Javo, Chicago Crypto, a lot of the other teachers in the space, and we allow people to be able to come there any time of day. And all you got to do is double tap a picture on the wall, and it plays the video. So now we're talking about, you got over 24 hours worth of content built into the wall. So now we doing event spaces, and we able to when we do these events, we able to do set design. So we brought set design to it, to where if we're doing a custom listening party for you, we're gonna make sure your posters are all over the wall. We're gonna make sure that your music is playing from the moment they walk in there. We're gonna have a table where they can click and sign up. You can funnel people into what you got going on, and we can hyperlink people straight from the pictures directly to your website, so you can make sales and things like that. So it just gave us a way to really provide an experience for people that was a lot more engaging than just going to a website. So as of right now, whether you was to put on the VR goggles or not, because it's compatible with VR too, but even if you didn't put on the VR goggles, you still feel like you in there, and it's gamified. So it's nothing that you really can't do in this space. There's people in there, they got bars where they selling shots for 0.002 Ethereum and shit like that. You can't even drink it. But just for somebody to pay homage or to show love to your spot, they don't mind buying a shot. You know what I mean? And it's going straight to your wallet, no middleman. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
And we got receipts. You better believe we got footage from all. One thing about it, we recording footage from every party we do, because when people look back, I want them to see how undeveloped the metaverse was and how we already was utilizing it. And then going towards the future, we want to show that even though we got use cases for it, it's plenty more use cases on the way, and new industries are being built, new jobs are being formed, you know, new economies are being formed just off the metaverse alone. Like, you have people who literally have the job title of metaverse consultant. You have people who are literally buying plots of land in the metaverse just to flip, or buying plots of land in the metaverse just to put up billboards and advertise other pieces of land for sale. Right. So it's so many ways you can go with it, and your wallet is attached to it. So all I gotta do is sign in, connect my wallet, and then I can take any NFT I got in my wallet and put it up on the wall instantly. So even right now, a few of the NFTs that's in my personal wallet, I got that on the wall for display inside of the BCPE Academy in the metaverse. Oh. And so for artists, for people who selling their NFTs, whether it's art or not, this is a way for you to touch a whole new fan base of people, because what people don't realize is if you're new to Twitter or you're new to Instagram, even though it's not popping at that moment, the algorithm is still fresh. It's not tampered with. So you can gauge your organic reach off of using new platforms and reaching new people. So I can go into the metaverse and I know that a majority of these people already know how to deal with crypto. They're probably already sitting on crypto. So if I have something to offer for sale, I'm more than likely to make the sale than I would advertising NFTs to people who don't even have a crypto wallet yet. So, you're looking at what you're working with and you're gauging a whole new customer base, a whole new audience, a whole new fan base off of a world that, to some people in the world don't exist yet. And to other people, they're looking at y'all like, how the hell y'all don't know this is going on? We're already making money over here. We're already over here engaging. Y'all behind. So it's two things that's going on right now, and we haven't even hit nowhere near mass adoption. So like you were saying with Facebook, the reason why shit like Facebook doing that is necessary, even if I don't agree with what Facebook doing, is going to basically force everybody to onboard, whether they onboard through that way or through the other way. It's going to onboard everybody, just like even with the digital currencies. People think it's far-fetched that, we won't be using paper dollars soon, but they're already telling you, yo, bring exact change, or we're not accepting cash, only debit cards or credit cards. So how is it far-fetched that, the world will be moving to a digital currency extremely soon? I see this happening in less than a year, maybe 2 years. Right. Where it's fully just like no paper. We don't want no cash. Shit is not far-fetched.
Yo, let them know what's coming up on Thursday in the workshop that we got coming up for them. Let them know about.
Oh man, hey man, we're gonna teach y'all how to get money from anywhere. You're gonna be able to work from anywhere. I'm talking about with a phone, laptop, tablet, anything. You're gonna be able to learn to work from anywhere. At a time like this, having tangible and intangible skills to give you the flexibility to buy your time back with these income streams. The intention is for you to have the skills and the income streams / systems to automate your process. So what we're going to be doing is, not only are we going to be giving y'all new income streams that y'all can apply right now, along with the how-tos, and we're going to be showing y'all how it's currently being used and how it can be used in the future. But on top of that, we're going to be doing some walkthroughs in real time and give y'all some things y'all can do right then in that moment to advance yourself. And we're going to give you workflow skills. We're going to give you, it's the starter kit. You're going to get the whole starter kit to be able to work from anywhere. And you don't, like you said, you're going to be a digital nomad. So imagine, having to be, having to be in one place to make your money. You're going to get these skills, bro. Like, number one, we're talking about DIY graphic design, do it yourself, DIY web design, negotiation skills plus payment processing and how to price your product / services, distribution skills for digital products and podcast syndication hacks. So all these skills are skills you might not even know you need, but you're going to need this to be a well-rounded monster. And where we going in these times, because if everything was to shut down today, these skill sets that you're looking at right here on the screen, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Because not only will you be able to do for self, you'll be able to do for others, and you'll be able to teach, or you'll be able to monetize your talents and your skills. Right. So you're not just coming to this to learn. You're literally walking out with tangible skill sets that you can apply right then. And that's what we do. So it's an honor to be doing this with my brother Red, man. like I said, y'all come get these streams, these income streams, these information streams, and put it to work. You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted, because, you know, like bro say, your kid's gonna be able to go on YouTube, go back and see what the hell you was doing in 2021. My son about to be 9 this year, bro. Out. My son, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
My son about to be 9 this year, bro. You feel me? He literally be on YouTube going to see what the hell I was doing back when I was in high school, because I had him when I was in high school. So he can literally go back and see what was my daddy doing right now. He be watching my old music videos and everything. So it's a real thing. It was like when you said it back then, I laughed about it. I knew it was true. I laughed about it, but it's like, nah, it's real. Like all this shit documented, all down to Instagram.
Right.
My son go on Instagram right now, follow me, and go back and be like, what my daddy was like. You know what I'm saying? So please don't take the time.
Your children are gonna indict you if you didn't get Ethereum or Bitcoin at the least, and they found out, they're gonna be like, this is gonna be a data dump. They're gonna be able to check out. Yeah, you know, the blockchain is gonna be a more advanced open ledger that's coming, where it's gonna be more everybody on the blockchain. So if somebody say, what was Red Pill doing at 2:30 a.m. on October the 10th, 2009, they'll be able to go pinpoint to what I was doing if I have a digital footprint. You do not want your family members, your progeny, your star seeds, the people who you brought to this planet to tap in to your activities in 2020 or 2021, and you niggas was still talking about, was the earth flat or not? You know what I mean? Or you was sitting around talking about the Bible, my nigga. Or you was sitting around talking about other niggas and what they do with their peckers. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that. Weirdo shit.
Hey, you can even go back to the top of this year. I'm gonna give y'all a great example.
That's gonna be your legacy.
I want to go back to the top of this year, Red.
Young Pharaoh. That's gonna be these niggas' legacy. You know what I mean? With your Finsta pages and everything. All of that is gonna come to light. Yeah. You know, your search history, everything is gonna come to light. They're gonna know that you were literally mentally masturbating through this whole thing. So we're giving opportunities for people to get on things early. Me and Slice been cooking before 2021. And we've been giving some real sound advice. Never once did we claim to be smarter or wiser or whatever, to just better than anybody. We reached out to people. They've seen the sincerity in it. They've been riding, and thousands of people are, in a better place right now. But because it's only 0.1% of us, we know the potential of what just 20% would be, right? Man. Somebody still has to do the heavy lifting, because mass adoption, even when mass adoption happens with Zuckerberg, your services will still be needed, because now 5 million of your people are saying the word metaverse. Do you remember mass adoption of social media before Obama and before his rise as a digital candidate? The average black person was not hip to social media. You niggas was the as far as they was doing was ringtones. That's how technical advanced niggas was. You knew how to get a ringtone and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? You thought Soulja Boy was like Bill Gates. You thought that this nigga was the architect. You thought he was Al G Rhythms. He's mad smart. No, he's not.
And at that time, a lot of it was entertainment and dating, like.
Yeah,
a lot of motherfuckers was just trying to get some booty offline. They wasn't even studying.
They were just in chat rooms trying to get boxed.
Yeah,
man. And when Obama came in, that brought the mass adoption of what was known as social media. And then you see the rise of FB, IG, and a few other things. And then boom, here we are. But during that rise, the services of people who knew how to navigate in social media, build websites, and do a few other things, they were in high demand for a very long time. They were in high demand because they had an unlimited amount of people who needed their services. That is the same exact thing that you see coming in the metaverse, coming in virtual, and also coming into an augmented reality, amongst some other things. Get ahead of the curve and benefit from being ahead of the curve. You don't want to be at the end of the line when they out here serving lunch, and the lunch happens to be those square pizzas and whatnot. Niggas are gonna try to get double of them, and by the time it comes time for you to eat, nigga, there's crumbs in the pan. Yeah, Black Planet and MySpace, Black Planet work, but Black Planet and MySpace, as they were social media, MySpace helped all of us become early form coders and whatnot. But
that's how I got into coding.
Huh?
That's how I first started learning HTML code,
right,
through MySpace.
And to be honest with you, Black Planet and MySpace, if you go back and look at the prototypes, they're a lot different than your mom, than your grandma's Instagram and the new forms of Facebook that they built out. You can see that the quote unquote behavior analysis experts, you can see that the neurologists and whatnot got together and they tweaked it a bit to now you niggas are addicted to this shit. We're all addicted to it to some degree. With all of these dopamines that we need to be released and whatnot, these reward systems like the like button, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah, remember AOL Messenger?
I was just gonna say, I remember
Messenger, ladies, when you was rapping to homie and it wound up to be an 8-year-old the whole time. You thought you was being winded down by Shamar Moore, and it was an 8-year-old.
Now when that AOL came
out, remember that?
I was still kind of young, but I remember my big cousins. One of my big cousins, he couldn't stay off the shit. He had a little chick in another state or whatever. He used to be writing all the time. That was my first time I think I ever seen like emojis and shit like that.
Yo, how many niggas got catfished on them AOL chats?
This when T.I. had that tape out and he was dissing Lil Flip the whole goddamn tape.
Right.
That's the only reason why I can remember. I remember the song they were playing and everything when I first came into was introduced to AOL. You know what I'm saying? So they had to be like what, 05?
Oh, that was like 04, 05.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Yeah, bro.
It was lit.
They said aim and sidekicks. Yeah, I remember them sidekicks.
I had the sidekick and all of that. So check this out. You want to hang out with me real quick? Because I'm gonna drop the link and we're gonna do a little open line and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little Q&A, answer some questions. This is my disclaimer. I'm not finna be here all night. These niggas had me here 4 hours the last time we did an open line. I'm doing a short open line tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 minutes to tops, and then I'm out of here. So I just dropped the link. Y'all pull up if y'all want to chop it up with me and Slice. Access any questions and whatnot. If we have the answer, we'll give it to you. If not, we'll refer you to our attorneys and whatnot. You feel me?
Man, shout out to the comment section. Y'all going crazy right now.
Yo, Napster and LimeWire was litty 10. It crashed 8 of my computers.
Man, look, LimeWire.
Man,
LimeWire. They need to do a whole movie on LimeWire. That whole period of time itself was a time, like just LimeWire by itself.
It was a time. That was a moment, my genius.
That was when Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper, and I go on LimeWire and find every Lil Wayne song ever existed. I find songs nigga ain't even heard of. Like, nigga, that song, that's a real
songs that Lil Wayne didn't even hear. He be like,
bro, real talk, bro.
Like, all right, let's go. We got guests in the building.
Okay.
The family done pulled up. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna set it off with the divine feminine energy. This gonna bless the building. We got Mrs. Poetic just in the building.
Hey.
What's happening?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yes, good. Love, peace, and light. Love, peace, and light. Yes, I just wanted to come through and say appreciate first and foremost. Love the energy. What's going on right now? I'm loving the energy.
That's a good word to put. That's a good word to say. The energy.
I'm a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? But loving the energy.
Ain't nothing to be nervous about.
So what you brothers was just talking about with coming through with I don't even know how to explain it because it goes so deep. What's been going on with the new moon, what's been going on, you can go all off into different depths of things.
Right.
It's just it's hard to really pin a point on it.
Some things don't even need to get a point pinned on it. Like you said, it's just the energy. Like sometimes that energy is indescribable.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes. But I just want to say, I just want to come through and say thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Oh goodness. I could go so I don't know. I'm trying not to because I'm the type that'll get us flat. Like I'm just keep it 100.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to tap in the Discord. We're gonna have some.
So I'm just trying to keep it 100 and trying to keep it because I don't want to. I don't know how to express my words to a certain extent.
Right.
And I want to, but I do appreciate what you brothers have come through and said because it matters. This is the stuff. It matters. I come on. Oh my goodness, with the things that's going on in the world.
Oh, for sure. Let me ask you something. What you feel about that conscious connections, the dating platform that we building? You think that's a good idea? You think that's needed?
I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea. I've already been a part of certain platforms. The KTL. Excuse me for my lack of understanding. For certain things, we've already been a part of it. And see, I'm trying so hard. I'm holding back. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm holding back because where we are at in the world and where things are at right now, and people are sitting up here acting to a certain extent, we cannot. And I appreciate because
your audio. I can't hear you. Your audio. The audio.
Why they be doing this like that, man?
You muted your mic. Your mic.
Okay, yeah, she did mute her mic. Your mic.
Yeah.
Muted.
I apologize. My mic was muted. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I apologize. No, I'm not.
It's all good. No worries.
But it goes to an extent where things are at in the world to this day.
Hold on.
In quotations. Like, because when I say that now, I can't help but to think of Red Pill. Like, it's like to this day. Like
I was waiting on it.
But it ain't no fan shit. You know, it just goes to show how when you was speaking to our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of understanding, like, we got to speak on a level. I'm in the medical field. I'm going to just go ahead and say this.
Right.
I'm in the medical field. There is no way that you would tell somebody that they have a certain condition and you speak medical terms to them and speak over their head and making them, inflammation. What does that mean? Or this or that. What does that mean? You got to. This is where we're at to this day, to me, to this day, and I feel like, with what you guys are doing, it goes so deep with the feminine and the masculine energy, whether you want to talk about testosterone, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of these things that it goes deeper. And I mentioned this a while ago, not just about me mentioning it, but looking up to what's being said with how things are not where the world is at right now with our people. And when I say our people, I'm talking about the world. Fuck the race shit. Excuse my language.
Right.
We the black and white, okay, whatever. But let's speak about being a fucking in the world, like on some real shit, and talk about the things that's really going on.
Right. Definitely. Look, you know we got other people in the building, so I appreciate everything that you said. We resonating with you.
I'm appreciating y'all. And
Thank you.
I'm appreciating y'all.
Thank you for receiving us
in the community. This is what's needed. This is what's needed.
No doubt.
It goes beyond. Excuse me. This is beyond. This is what's needed.
Right.
We talking about so much shit in the world. This is what's needed.
Right. That's why I opened up these lines so we could chop it up. You feel me? So I'm gonna get to these other callers. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you, Red Pill. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Indeed.
Love, peace, and light.
All right. Love and light.
Love, peace, and light.
Peace. Yeah. All right. Let me go to the next caller. We got the good brother, Uncrowned King in the building. What's good, my brother?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Red? How you doing?
All is well, King. How's everything?
Oh man, I can't complain. You know,
no
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain.
That's good. That's good. You know, they say being grateful is a superpower, you know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm really grateful today because today's my birthday.
Oh man, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, brother.
Oh, this your rotation.
Yeah. Almost made it to the Scorpio season.
Happy New Year.
You know what I mean? Huh?
Happy New Year.
I appreciate that. No doubt. I just really wanted the birthday shout out. I ain't got no question.
But nah, indeed, King. Happy New Year. That's a lot, you know.
But nah, seriously though, I felt the sister that was on right before me. I really was feeling her energy, and just like her, I'm a big fan of what you do. You know, Blue Pill as well, KT as well, Brother Rich, the whole nine. And
appreciate that.
You know, before I get off here, I wrote 2 children's books.
Now put that up there to the camera. Yeah. Not say less. We parents on these networks. We all buy books for the little ones.
Yeah. So I wrote 2 children's books. One is called A Song to the Sun, and the other one is called A Song to the Moon. And basically, I kind of take the kids on a journey using the planets and stars and things of that nature to talk about how we once had a strong connection to the sun and the moon, you know, being the indigenous people of the world, you know.
Beautiful. So, can you send me your information right there to my email, redpillar@proton?
Yeah, I can most definitely do that.
Yeah, I would love to advertise your books in the beginning, you know, when we do adverts for the show. I would love to promote those books. Like I said, there's no shortage of books to read. The little ones, you know, I'm a big advocate for Black authors, especially when it comes to children books. So I would support that. You know what I mean? I would get that for my children. You know, so please send me your information, and let's definitely build. You're getting a lot of birthday love in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? They give you shout outs and everything. So yeah, man, enjoy the day, enjoy the whole month. Yeah. You know, salute. All right,
yes, sir. Indeed. Peace. Yes, sir.
All right, peace. And that goes for anybody out there. If y'all want to get into advertising, you have a business and whatnot, hit the email. We'll send you the rate sheet and get it going and get you signed up. All right. Peace to the God. It's good.
Peace. It's an honor to be on the show, man.
Huh?
I said it's an honor to be on the show. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's an honor to have you.
Cool. Yeah. I had a question about so it's my passion to write TV shows, movies, and all that. I was watching a TED Talk. It might have been like 6 years ago when the TED Talk came out. They're talking about how the metaverse is going to change the movie industry. How, you know what I mean? Instead of having to spend $2 million to fly to around the world and cast your movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can just be immersed in it. You might only just have the couch in the background, but everything else could be just like created through the metaverse. Can y'all talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Remember, keep in mind if the Hollywood there's a post-COVID Hollywood, and that post-COVID Hollywood is going against streaming networks, right? Netflix, Disney Plus, and all of these HBO Maxes of the world and whatnot. So the new movie experience is going to be in 9D and 11D, and what we call 9D, which is not to be confused with 3D, right? When you put on 3D glasses in the movie theater, the characters, there was an effect where they put two films together and then superimposed them, and then it gave you the illusion of 3D. Well, in 9D, you have what is known as haptic technology. Haptic technology is what you see in the gamer chairs, right? And what they have, the haptic vest from Wooger, the haptic belt. This is technology. Also, Tesla put out a haptic suit. So what that is basically technology to whereas, it's dealing with feeling, right? Haptic is feeling based. So you could put on a vest and play a video game, and if your character gets shot, the vest will vibrate in the area where the character got shot. So it helps you in your quote unquote escape from reality and put you in another dimension. Henceforth, 9D. They have those 9D rides at Dave and Buster's and whatnot, right? There's water involved. There's sound involved. The actual chair starts to move and whatnot along with the game. There's games in Dave and Buster's that are motorcycles. As you're doing wheelies and as you're turning the curve, you're moving actually on the bike, right? That's taking you into an immersive reality. So the movies of the future are going to be more immersive. Think IMAX. Think the IMAX surround sound and whatnot. Think there's movie theaters where, if there's some type of explosion, smoke comes out of the side of the curtain and whatnot. You know what I mean? But going forward, it's going to be more immersive to whereas you'll be able to put on the goggles and you actually can be in the world with James Bond. You know what I mean? You'll hear the shots going off. They might be, you might be somebody sitting at the table drinking, a mimosa when he's sitting there flirting with a double agent, and you'll be able to see it right there. So it's going 9D.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, it's going 9D. Yeah. They're gonna have where it'll be like a damn warehouse for gamers. The gamers are gonna go 9D as well. The gamers are gonna go immersive. They're gonna go completely with the Oculus headgear. They're gonna go under, like how they remember opium dens that they used to have. I think what movie was it? It was Sherlock Holmes. They opened it up, and he was in an opium den, and that's where those people used to go and immerse themselves and defocalize. They would go and get high. It's like a crack house. They would go and get high, and they would be like in a dark place, and it would basically be able to get high and basically defocalize. Go places in their mind.
Yeah, I was listening to. Go ahead.
These the new 3D. What's it called? 3D Max. Like it's on your face now, so everything from the curtains opening to the sound coming on, their whole experience is replicated in the VR. So, when you think about it, like these movie theaters, like AMC, all this different shit. At a point in time, it used to be expensive as hell to rent out a whole movie theater. Now, you can probably get that shit for $3-5 and a bag of chips these days, because the value of it ain't. The value of it is not as valued as it was before we could just go slap on some glasses and be sitting in the movie theater and sit around people at that, because you can put them goggles on and all your people that got the goggles, y'all can all be sitting in there looking at each other like y'all still sitting in the movie theater. so it can simulate the experience from anywhere. All you need is an internet connection.
That reminds me like an NBA game. You can watch the NBA game using the Oculus Rift and all that.
Now remember, Madden 2K5, I think, where you had the first person view as the football player.
Right.
Bro, I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
The POV.
Like,
2K5? Yeah, that's a minute ago.
Bro, I thought it was the coolest shit ever in the world. Like
the movie with LeBron, Space Jam 2. That was basically tied into, you know, it brought you into the metaverse. It introduced you to the metaverse. It introduced you to algorithms. It introduced you to the quote unquote this real player one type of environment, right? That's the immersive world that we're talking about. That's where they're gonna be taking things, where people are gonna be in those. They're gonna be immersed in this quote unquote type of metaverse, a whole new world, a whole reality with, you know, NFTs, HP Lovecraft type of shit. You know what I mean? You know, whatever you could create. Whereas, you know, people would be like, Batman ain't real, or this person ain't real, Snoopy is not real. Well, in certain type of realities moving forward, you're gonna think they're real. It's gonna be hard to tell the difference. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference.
Right.
Does not know the difference. So they're banking on things like that. But we got to get back to we got some more people in the building. Is that your last question?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, King.
Yeah, have a good one.
I appreciate you, brother.
Hey. All right. Let's bring in Sister Lily.
Greetings, Brother Red. Greetings, Brother Sly.
Peace.
How are you now? When I came into IT, I'm from the UK, and I saw you at the Mandela Center in Leeds. So well, go on, because you always seem to go Jamaican.
Yes.
You always seem to go Jamaican when you talk about people from the UK.
Yes.
When I came into IT,
come back to the UK.
Well, we don't know what's going on in the world, so you know you're probably good where you are.
I know.
When I came into IT, it was DOS 6.2. It was the operating system Windows 3.1 and your 3.5 disks and all the rest of it. My question is more about blockchain. So I know it's a ledger, but will people be able to access who's done what on the blockchain? Or is that, I don't fully understand, because I was in technology ages ago. I still kind of keep up, but I haven't gone, do you know what I mean, into the future with regards to understanding really what's going on.
Right. So with the blockchain, what we gotta understand is it's already right there. Like as of right now, it can actually be looked up right now. It's an open ledger for the world to see. Now the thing is with these accounts, these wallets, it's about being able to tie a person to it, you know, to figure out who that person is. And with us building digital footprints, digital identities, already in social media and moving forward with the blockchain, as far as gaming goes, as far as being able to identify characters and like the Decentraland and things like that, it'll all be based on how you're moving with your wallet. So for example, if let's say you jumping in all the games, right? Like Call of Duty, and you winning, you know what I'm saying? You killing everybody, right? But you know, you got the earphones, so you talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talk their stuff. So now it's to the point where they can just go look your wallet up and see what type of art you collect, see what you're spending money on, see what's actually sitting in your wallet. So you could be on there talking junk like, yeah, man, I got $4 million in crypto. I'm the king of crypto. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. All right, let me see your wallet. They ain't got to say, let me see your wallet, because if you bought your name and attached it to your wallet, then that's how they identify you anyway. So now all they go do is type in, you know what I'm saying, John Doe.eth, and now they looking at your wallet to see what you got going on. All this can be done right now. So moving forward to the future, it'll be more so, you know, how people move with their wallet. So if they're buying the names and attaching it to the wallet, if they're buying characters in their likeness, people will be able to actually look at your spending habits. People will be able to, right now, this is for everybody who already are participating in the crypto space. If you have a MetaMask wallet, you can go to dapradar.com right now, and it'll give you a full audit of everything you ever spent, anything that was sent to you, any apps you ever connected to your wallet. It'll give you a whole breakdown. So, you know, people that be worried about taxes and stuff like that, I don't be too worried because, you know, when it comes down to it, it's literally sites you can hook it up to, apps you can hook it up to, and get a full audit of what you already got going on. So it should make it easier when it comes to if you're dealing with taxes or not dealing with taxes or anything. You know, it literally is, it's the blockchain for a reason. So it's set up for you to be able to manually read the blockchain anyway. But if you don't know how to manually read the blockchain, then these sites are good tools because all it does is extract the information from the blockchain and then organizes it into a certain look to present it to you. But it all comes back to the open ledger. So if you can read the open ledger, you can read pretty much anything on the blockchain, you know.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. So how do you think the government will try to infiltrate the blockchain, or do you think they will be able to?
I mean,
you know,
I feel like shit. Like with the blockchain, it's not private. It's nothing private about the blockchain. It's a common misconception. It's really public. It's about it goes back to how you're moving with the wallets. So I want to give a shout out to my sister Paige, you know what I'm saying? Paige Flowers, you know, she speaks about she teaches biometrics, she teaches privacy, dealing with blockchain and crypto. So you know, like it's so many nuances to this thing that when it comes down to it, like the governments are already dealing with blockchain, using it for voting systems, recording births on the blockchain, weddings on the blockchain. So, you know, they're already in bed with the blockchain. It's one of the things where it's just a part of where we're going. You know, it's an open ledger for the world. So the same things that, you know, the police or different agencies will use to, you know, watch you or get you caught up is the same things that'll get them caught up. So it brings everything to a center place, just period, around the world. And you just have to, you know, be blockchain literate and know how to move correctly for a certain outcome. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say for that.
Sister Lily, somebody was asking if you were in the relationship boot camp.
No. I'm grown. I'm nearly 50 now.
Wait, say that again? You're
I'm nearly
what?
50. I'm 50 next year.
Lily, stop playing.
No,
you said 15? We don't
50.
talk to minors.
Nearly
we don't
50
talk
next
to
year.
Huh?
50
50?
next year. 50.
Nah, stop playing.
You know what it is, Red Pill? You just kind of like live life. You know, when you live by truth, justice, and righteousness, you don't take on any stress.
That's
Do you know what I mean? You don't take on any stress. You just live life. You just tell it as it is. You know, you have to remember lies and all the rest of it. You just, you know, just keep it simple. You know, I used to freelance for Windows, which used to be the equivalent of PowerPoint. And there was something that WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, just keep it simple. Keep life simple.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want to thank you. Definitely. I appreciate you. If you can't sign up to our Discord group, you know what I mean, pull up so we could chop it up, okay?
No, thank you. Yeah, so you and your brother, Little Rich was missing. Brother Rich, sorry, was missing from Leeds. But yeah, it was lovely seeing you. It was nice to feel the energy.
We're bringing Rich back with us. Yes, yes. We're bringing Rich
he doesn't leave his yard.
Indeed. Nah, he don't like leaving his yard. All right?
No.
No doubt.
Peace, love, and light. Thank
Peace,
you.
love, and light.
All right, gratitude.
So we got 4 minutes left, y'all, before we hit the 2-minute hour. I'm going to bring my good brother in. All right? Peace, my brother.
Peace, peace, peace.
What's good with you?
Man, not much. I just been grinding.
I see you. Let me see the hoodie, man.
Man, why?
That's you?
Yeah, that's all me right here. Hold on, let me get on the camera.
Look at my boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, with the dripping tint. I see you.
Check me out.
I see you. Let them know where they could get that. Where they could get that YHM.
So it's YHM.LLC That's my Instagram page. So I make everything right now. I'm in my lab right now. I call this the lab. That's where all the magic happens. So I'm working on me and my boys collab. So it's a hot mess right now. I got clothes everywhere. So I make everything myself. So one of my questions I got for both of y'all is right now I'm really in like this. It's this sucking up knowledge. So I'm learning about the stocks, the crypto, the metaverse. So how do you like set down time before you can learn on this information? I feel like I'm kind of overwhelmed. I'm doing a lot right now. So I definitely want to soak this information in because I want to be ahead of the A-ball. I'm going to be ahead of the A-ball. And I feel like the more time I have set aside to learn this, it's going to be, I'm going to have the king piece.
Oh, for sure.
What I say is, oh, you go ahead, bro.
A key to a lot of that, and I'm saying this, and I'm speaking to myself as well. You got to put down the devices when it's time to really dive into the matrix, because what the devices do is it kind of stops you going down that rabbit hole. If you're putting your attention in too many places, sometimes you just got to take 2 or 3 days and get off the grid and just go on an intense deep dive. I can't tell you where you're gonna go because you're gonna tell a diver exactly what caverns and what kind of quote unquote streams are gonna pick him up when he goes deep diving into the abyss. That's how it works. I don't know where you're gonna go in your deep dive down that rabbit hole, but I damn sure know what type of mindset you could get into in order to go through the rabbit hole. And you're gonna come up with a lot of information. And I got it to the point where it just comes to me at this point. I just have to be in purpose, and my information is sent to me. I receive it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I seek it, and I find it. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to seek. I don't have to look too far. So
That's why community is important. So like, having access to the KTL Discord, having access to the biggest crypto player of Discord. So I was actually having this conversation earlier with somebody that teaches, and man, it ain't no way to really soak up all this shit as one person. You gotta make sure that you keeping yourself in the loop with people that's actively researching different areas. So, for example, like I know about NFTs. I deal with them. I like, domain, land, all that shit is NFTs, but Naughty, that's his specialty. When we talking metaverse, that's our specialty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blockchain gaming. When you talking 3D, that's what I do. Like I know 3D in and out. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you got access to community, and then you got to know your why. Why am I doing this? Because I ain't gonna lie. If you don't know why you doing this shit, you just gonna be going. You just gonna be going. It is just how you going, because it's gonna be endless information. And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm extremely thankful, because I ain't gonna like. A couple years ago, I remember a point in time where I felt like, man, I need more info. No, now I'm overloaded with this shit. Like it's too much. It's literally like I have to wake up and choose what I want to deal with, because I'm literally overloaded with an abundance of information and an abundance of ways to go get it. You know what I mean? And you can't go in every direction. So, like I said, that's why you got to know your why. You know your why, then it's easier to move forward. You know what I mean? And it'll help you. It'll help you with pacing yourself, because you got to be able to pace yourself, because it's gonna be a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm tapped into everything. I'm in the Meta V Academy, biggest crypto play Discord, KTL. Like, I'm tapped in, been tapped in since Red Pill tapped me into y'all. Definitely, I'm soaking in knowledge. It's the main thing. I put my boys on. My little cousin was helping me out making clothes, tie-dye shirts. So I hit her. I'm like, you know what? Instead of me paying you cash, set up your trust wallet. Let me send you some Ethereum. She's 11. Right. So she hit me like, what is this? I'm like, don't worry about it. Every time you work with me, I'm going to send you something, and boom, this is how we're going to do it. Just let it sit. I'm going to explain later when you get a little older. So I expose the people around me to this stuff already, because, like I said, it's abundance of knowledge. So I want to hoard the knowledge. So I pass the knowledge, because I never know what the next man's gonna do with that knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely tap it in. I appreciate y'all for providing this information to us. You know what I'm saying? For a young guy like myself, man, I'm gonna just spread the word, put people on, and it's up to them to run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
You
sure.
already know.
For sure, bro.
Appreciate you, King.
No problem, bro.
Keep cooking, yo. Keep cooking. You step. I see the progress, man. You already.
And I'm gonna make sure Slice X, I'm gonna hit you again, whatever. I want to send you some gear, Red Pill. I got your. I'm gonna email you so I can get some gear out to y'all. All right.
Make sure you follow me on. Send me a DM on Instagram at SliceIX.
I got you. I think I follow you, so I'm gonna DM you right now. All right.
All right. So.
All right.
So.
Peace, y'all.
So yeah, family. There you have it. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Discord is up. You know what I mean? I think we'll have an after party. I don't know if I'll be in there per se. Like I said, it's a lot of shit that I'm dealing with right now in terms of moving and whatnot and motivating. But real quick, Mama Pill is in New York City. I want y'all to support that. If you're out there, pull up on her. She's going to be at the New Life Expo. It's with a lot of white people. Real quick, give me 1 minute. Let me see. Slice, let them know what you got coming up.
Yeah, man. Definitely make sure y'all get in on this workshop that we doing, because you know these skill sets that we doing, these skill sets that we're gonna be giving is, you know, a lot of the information to be out there. It'd be cool to go back and look at it after it went up, but the best time to get information is in real time. So when we giving y'all this information in real time, that's the best time to apply it, you know, in my opinion. Outside of that, you know, we got biggest crypto play ever, made a V Academy. We actually just went in there and updated the BCPE Discord. You know, because a lot of people who, you know, at the beginning of the year, all those people that were beginners, they're not beginners no more. So, you know, we thought about the person that's coming in that's still a beginner, and we pretty much built out a section for how to. So in the how to section, you know, you'll learn, you know, NFTs, smart contracts, basically the basics, you know, the foundation. And then once you understand the foundation, you know, we can go into a lot more of the complex things like DeFi, private banking, collateralization, things of that sort. But we want to make sure everybody got a foundational understanding of what's going on. And then over at the starter kit, you know, we really giving people the starter kit. You know what I'm saying? You know, baby incubators. You know what I mean? We cranking it up. You know, you need these tools in order to do what you got to do. You can't build a house without tools. You can't fix a car without tools. You know what I mean? You need tools in order to build.
You need your tool belt.
You need your tool belt.
You need your tool belt.
Feel me?
That's
what we're doing, man. And I definitely want to tell you, Red, I appreciate you, bro. Like, you already know.
Likewise.
I want to say it publicly, you know, because it's like, it's a lot more than just the inspiration. You know what I mean? I've been inspired. It's the application behind it, and it's making these connections and really, you know, moving on everything we talked about, because I could take it back to the beginning of this year. It might have been in December of last year, but when we did the Red Talks, everything, I want everybody to go back and find their Red Talks from earlier this year, man. Everything that we said in that Red Talks already happened, man. Like, we thought it was years away. We thought it was coming up. It'll be real soon, but it's already happened this year.
It happened. Right. That shit happened overnight, bro. That happened mad fast. And it's cooking in the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But it is what it is. Look, make sure y'all link up with us on Thursday. Me and Slice finna be in the lab cooking. The link is in the bio. It's in the description. Go to Eventbrite. Get your tickets on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's October the 28th. We're going to be doing a Stream Chasers event with the starter kit. Me and this good brother right here. You dig what I'm saying?
Y'all don't want to miss this, man. Get y'all tool belt ready.
We got some more treats coming up down the line and whatnot. But walk with us. Like I said, the Discord, the link for the Discord, the link for the Patreon is also down there. Shout out to all of my Patreons. I'm about to plug all of y'all in with the Discord group as well. So once again, love and light. Like I said, rise and power to my brother Kruger out here in Brooklyn, in New York and whatnot. Salute to you. Yeah, that part. All right. And we'll see you for Melanin Mondays. All right. Peace to you, peace to the family. All right. Love and light, y'all.